of the He Said, She Said podcast. Thank you so much for being here. Lady G, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good.
Are you ready for another episode, another, talk?
I am.
Yes?
I'm ready.
First off, we would definitely want to go ahead and shout out our sponsors real quick. We got Alpha Medicine and Rehab, over 12 locations all over Florida and in
Yes.
Texas. So if you get into a car accident, make sure you know what you need to do. Call Alpha Medicine and Rehab. The information is on Instagram, Alpha Medicine and Rehab. Go check them out. And like that, you get taken care of. And next, we have our other sponsor, which is afcultures.home sign. So if you have a business, you have a podcast, you have a show that you want to put together, you want an amazing sign, make sure you go check them out. Look at the beautiful thing. It's metal, so you're going to have good quality. It's not going to bend. LED sign, afcultures.home sign on Instagram. And also, last but not least, Miramar Pools. They are building our pools. They can make a pool for you in 30 days if you are in the area of Southwest Florida or anywhere in Florida. I believe that they do it. So make sure you go check them out. And with that, what an amazing week we had in Tennessee.
Woo!
Let's start with that.
Yes.
If you haven't checked out the podcast that we have for Tennessee, we have a part 1 and part 2. Part 1 is on Swag Medovars on our YouTube. Part 2 is on the Kelly family YouTube. You guys got to check it out. All amazing families. We had how many families? You have
We
about
had
6?
5 families. 5 families. We were 6.
It was 6.
With
Yeah,
us.
5. It was 6 in all of us.
Yeah,
6
6 in
between
total.
all of us. Yes.
13 bedrooms packed up with families. And it was the the second time we got together, but the first time it was not with the kids. And so this
Yes.
time they all brought their families with them.
And we had a great time.
And it was amazing. It was
We
great.
had a great time. I mean, look, I thank God for TikTok that we get to experience other families,
Absolutely.
other creators, and to be able to have that type of community.
Yeah.
Because we go there. We're not only always making videos. We really have fun.
Yeah.
And take time to get to know each other. Got to know the kids.
Yeah.
And yeah, we took a day to do a lot of content, which was great to do that with a bunch of
Hey,
families.
but then we took a whole nother day to do a whole bunch of adventure. So you got me ziplining with my eyes closed. So does
Yes.
that really count? I had my eyes closed. Not
It
the
doesn't
whole
count. It really
time.
doesn't count. It
And-
really
and
doesn't count.
It
You have
was
to have your eyes
frustrating
open.
me because it kept spinning me backwards, and I was like,
You're trying to. Yeah, I know. It did that to me too as well.
and I was
so.
like, come on, I'm trying to flip myself over, and then it kept pushing me
No,
back.
but it counts. I
And-
mean, you took. I was very surprised that you took the leap.
I did.
But I
I
will
didn't
tell
even
you-
fuss, not once.
Listen,
And proud of you that you took me on your back and you did ATV with me.
yes. I mean, when you took me on my back, I'm
So,
like, wait a minute,
yeah.
what? What are you talking about,
Are we
girl?
still talking about
What are we talking about?
Tennessee?
What, in Tennessee? What happened?
You took me on your
But
back.
I will be
Yeah,
honest, like, we had an amazing time. And shout out to I think his name is Vero. Vero, the little one of the Kelly family. What was her name? Her name was Vero?
I
The
don't know.
2-year-old.
Yeah, I don't
She
know.
ziplined
All
by
the way through.
herself
Yes.
all the way through the first one and the last zip line, and I was very surprised. I was
I
like,
was
wow, a
too.
2-year-old is doing that. Issa did it by herself.
Issa
That
did
was
it by
amazing.
herself.
So I mean, we had a great time with those families. Thank you all of you guys so much. The Kelly family, the Pewee family, Kelly
Yes.
and Lewis, the Blonde Brewer, the Ortiz family. Look, we had an amazing time, and we cannot wait for our next rendezvous.
Uh-huh.
We got to do this again some other time. I think we're
New
planning
location is
new
up and coming.
I think
so
if I'm
once
not
those plans
mistaken,
are set, then we'll let you know.
correct. And I think it might be Austin, Texas, from
I
what
think
we
so,
what we were
too.
talking about. So I cannot wait, man.
Yes.
And there's just a lot of things that are happening
Yeah.
with not every family, but ourselves as well.
Yeah.
Guys, I got something to say. I accepted a job with iHeartRadio. So wow.
We are in celebration mode. Cheers.
Yes, cheers on that. Well, this is the
Yay.
thing. This is the thing. I'm going to celebrate this, but I was not looking for a job. I'll tell you about it right now.
That's the truth.
I've worked in radio for over 15 years. And I think there's just something about radio that when you work in radio, nothing else can fulfill that feeling. You know, so I'm going into the radio or I went to the workplace not because I have to,
Yeah.
but because when you show me that opportunity that I love radio, like you know, you tell a radio person come work radio, they're gonna say yes because
Yeah.
that's just the passion of it. So I'm really doing it for the love, and you know, I've never worked in iHeart before in that type of company. I worked in other companies, never worked for iHeart,
Uh-huh.
and there's just you know, there's such a leading company when it comes to media, podcasting, and things like that. And I feel like I really do mesh well with that type of company that is going to embrace my ideas
Mm-hmm.
because I'm a very creative person. I try to come up with a lot of different ideas. And sometimes by working in other companies,
Yeah.
you could feel the hesitant when you have a very, you know, creative person wanting to try new things. Because a lot of companies,
When you bring new ideas to the table.
yes, yes, because a lot of companies, I feel like they're scared to test waters, right? They're like, oh, this is the way we've always done it.
Like, I don't know that it's really to test waters. I think it's more to take risks. You know
Yes,
what I
yeah,
mean?
of course,
Same
of course,
thing,
of course,
you know,
of course.
but different terminology. But
Correct, correct. And I guess that makes a little bit more sense. You know, they're scared to take risks.
especially if something's working already, then
Well,
why, like, why switch it up? It's just like maybe a fresh set of eyes coming with some new ideas. They
yes.
should be more open to that.
Well, I think that, you know, evolution is a reality. You know, so things do
It's
evolve.
inevitable. It's going to
Correct.
happen
Correct.
whether you resist it
Or
or
you
whether you
don't.
go with the flow
Correct.
and just kind of like go wherever that flow is going.
Correct.
It's still, change is still going to happen.
Correct. And if you don't do that,
Mm-hmm.
then you kind of, you know, you get left behind. You know,
And you get stagnant.
and you get stagnant, and that's when things kind of start to die because you're not embracing the new. And
Yeah.
in radio, things do change, and they're going to continue to change. And if you're not a company that you're willing to take those chances
Mm-hmm.
and those risks because you've always, oh, because we have to defend traditional radio, that's fine. Listen, so we bought our son a car. Okay, it's a prime example. Well, you know, this the new generation is coming up,
Yeah.
right? Bought my son a car. I told my son, brother, we got to set up all your radio stations on your car. You know,
What did he say?
P1, P2,
I don't listen
P3.
to radio stations.
Yes, he says
He's like,
that.
I don't have
listen
a
to
playlist.
radio.
I don't have one.
I just listen to my iPhone.
Yeah.
I'll listen to YouTube. I'll listen to Apple Music. I'll listen to online radio. Like, and it really dawned on me, like, wow, like if radio stations don't,
Get their shit together.
they're gonna
you
go
finna get left
obsolete.
behind.
Correct. Because I feel like people, and this is one thing about the pandemic that I really think that it really brought out is social media, how important social media is to our life. Because when we went through the pandemic, that's when everything social media blew up.
Oh yes.
Like, you know, I
That is absolutely true.
I have an online radio station, and I've had this online radio station since we moved to Florida and back in 2011, right?
Mhm.
Power Radio. And, you know, it's very hard at that point when I had the radio station, it's like, yeah, I'm going to sell ads online. And it's so hard to do that
Yeah.
at that time. Now, being on, you know, after being on TikTok and social media and influencers and things like that, and very, you know, popular podcasts happening, when you have your followers, people really believe in you. Like you have an
Yeah.
influence on them if it's a good one, if it aligns with what they believe in. Oh, you know what? I like what they're doing.
And
you
the
know,
message that they're trying to get across.
correct, or they want to accept. They'll you know, they'll buy from you. I mean,
Yeah.
so, and I think that is what it is right now. And I like that iHeart has made it a point, and I've always looked at it like this. It wasn't because
They
oh
reached
no,
out to
I'm gonna
you.
work at iHeart, so let me talk all the good stuff about it. No, I've always said, and I remember one time we went to LA
Yeah.
and we went to iHeart.
You scheduled a visit to
I
go
scheduled a visit to go to
iHeartRadio.
tour iHeartRadio, and I said, man, I just feel like I love this company because
Yeah.
they're in the cutting edge. Like
Yes.
they're embracing everything that has to do with social media, and they're putting it in. Like they're putting their roots within that,
Yeah.
within the framework of social media and stuff like that. So I just feel like it's just gonna be a great fit. There's gonna be a lot of good things coming out of it. I mean, it's kind of scary, right?
Mm.
Because
Scary,
I
but in an exciting way
it
for
is
me.
an exciting way. The thing is, right? I was able to buy my freedom, right? I was able to. I could make money online with our family, and I don't really, you go to work, and I'm trying to get you out of your job. If we continue to grow, and going back to that lifestyle of the 9 to 5, but this, and that's the thing, it doesn't feel, it's not gonna feel like that because I love
Because
that.
it's not, yeah, when
It's
you have
passion.
a passion for it, it's not going to feel like
Correct.
work.
It's passion. So like
Yes.
I want to go and I want to be on a microphone and talk to the people of South of Florida, where I used to work in radio. So people know me around here for being on radio. Then everybody now knows me for doing videos on TikTok. And now
Yes.
to be able to go back into the radio and to kind of like touch those people again and to have my experiences
Touch
and talk
them.
about
Who
it.
you going to, what?
Girl, I'm
Touch
talking about
them?
talking to them, not talk to them.
Who you fitting to touch?
I'm gonna touch you.
Oh, okay. I was
I'ma
like, wait,
touch you,
what?
girl.
We're touching now? Who are we touching?
But I just feel very excited about it.
Yes.
I'm also a little scared, right? Because it's like, wow, like I'm so used to being home and being on my schedule and doing
It's
things.
definitely the unknown.
Yes.
The unknown.
Yes. I mean, I guess it is at least a little bit of the unknown because you kind of understand it and you know what you need to be doing, but it's just like, wow, I'm really ready for this. You know what I'm saying? I want to do this again. But I'm excited for it, so I cannot wait. So I'm gonna be and the format is different, right?
Yes, it's
'Cause I've
80s
done
and 90s music.
80s and 90s, and the great thing about this type of format, right? Because I'm so used to Spanish music, hip hop
Hip hop,
music.
reggaeton.
Yeah, so now we're coming into this type of format, which is more AC, it's more slowed down, and it's
Yeah.
an English music with Spanish radio personalities,
Yes.
right? So it's very different to us, but the way they put it to me is like, imagine going to Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, going to Mexico, and you're listening to an English music station that is playing Madonna and
Yeah.
Michael Jackson.
Which we've
is playing
experienced
Ace of
that when we
Base.
go to visit Puerto Rico.
Correct.
we've
And you have,
experienced that.
Spanish speaking radio personalities, but playing English music. So it's like that here in the States. So I think it's kind of cool. I'm
And
excited
so
for that.
far, I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying listening to the station, and I'm enjoying it. So
Yeah, so it's going to be pretty nice.
you are my Build-A-Bear, so I will be picking out your clothes for tomorrow. I'll lay them out. They'll be there
We'll see.
ready for you.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I can't wait, and I will definitely let you guys know more about that. And you guys, nobody knows. So only if you watch this podcast, you'll be the first one to know because I haven't even mentioned it on social media. This is my first time breaking the news because it's actually happening. They sent me the contract.
He signed the dotted line.
It's
And-
gonna be interesting to see.
I think that's what we should do to kick this whole thing off. Is like we should throw an 80s, 90s party.
Oh yeah. Right at the house. Do a
Here,
house
that's what I'm
party.
saying. We should do
80s, 90s.
At Club G-Man.
At
This is Club G-Man
At
right
Club
here.
G-Man. That's
So,
right. That's
and
right.
that's all we're going to play is 80s and 90s.
80s and 90s. That's right. So for you guys who don't know what Club G-Man is, this is where we throw all the parties in our house. So, when it comes to what is it, Halloween parties,
Yes.
New Year's parties, birthday parties. We're like, oh, can we use your house? And we come home and, I don't have a mansion,
Not
but
can we use your house.
Well,
but it's
the
like
triplets did that. They're
Yeah.
like, can we do the house party at your house? And I was like, yeah, of course.
they don't know who the triplets are. We have triplet nieces.
Yeah.
They just turned 21 years old. So happy birthday to
Yeah.
Samantha, Analia, Bianca, 21 years old.
That's
We're
right.
still waiting. We're being patient for you to buy us our first drink.
Correct. So people are like, what are you getting them for their birthday? I said, no, well, what I'm gonna get them is the experience of buying somebody a drink. So I'm gonna take them to the bar and I'm gonna have them buy me a drink so they can know what it is to buy somebody a drink.
I got this tab. I got this.
yeah.
Get my uncle a shot.
There
please.
you go. I'm gonna
A
gift
shot
them
o'clock.
that experience. But no, listen, I'm excited for this new venture. It's different, it's crazy, and
It came out of nowhere, like literally.
It did.
When something falls on your lap and you're not even looking for it, then that's when you know that you know. You know what I mean?
yeah,
just
and you know
gotta-
what? And it was
gotta
like
do it.
very, how should I say? I was a little nervous of even. not gonna say entertaining the idea, but just like because it sounds exciting back
Yeah.
into radio. Oh yes, but then after like everything is quiet and I'm home and I'm about to go to sleep, and
Here's
my
what
mind is like,
here's what you
Are you
have
ready?
to understand about G-Man. He only goes out to a mile radius from the house. And if you get him too far from that mile radius, he's like,
yeah.
he spazzes out. He has like this whole freaking thing.
What do you
and
mean I go
he's like,
out? I go out, girl.
I gotta go home. I gotta go home. Can we just go home now? Like, how'd you get me so
Babe,
far? There's
no,
too much
no,
traffic.
that is not what. No, okay, you got it wrong. I cannot believe you're getting this wrong. And we've been together for 27 years. I don't spaz out when we go away for a month.
No, soy yo.
If I go
Soy yo.
okay, if I go out, I want to have drinks. Okay,
Uh-huh.
so I do not want to go. Number one is I don't want to spend money out
When you have the drinks
when
right
I
here.
have the drinks in my house.
What
okay,
you don't see here is right
there's
across
a little
from
bar
me.
right
There's
behind
a bar
this.
right here.
So I'd rather get the drinks, go to my house, save money, and drink here. Okay, then going out, drinking and drive. I don't want to drive when I'm drinking.
Yeah.
So when I do that, I go Uber, and I'm not gonna Uber an hour away.
What
to
happened
go
the last
to
time I made
some-
you Uber to downtown Fort Myers? On the way back, how much did it cost us?
Oh damn! It was like $80.
60. Don't
$60?
exaggerate.
It was something like that. I was
Don't
drunk, baby. I was drunk. I don't
exaggerate.
remember. I don't remember because I was drinking. But it was expensive. And that's what I'm saying is like I rather spend the money on things that I'm really going to love and enjoy doing. Like we went to a cruise,
Yeah.
we went to Tennessee, we went to
Yes.
ATVs. Okay, I spend money on that.
Yeah.
But going out and like, oh, let's go to
I
an hour
totally get
away
it.
to
I
go
totally
to a
get it.
club. I'm like, bro. If
Yeah.
I'm gonna go, I want to drink. I don't want to drive back drinking. I'm not gonna do that. I don't want to spend money to drive an Uber for an hour away. 'Cause it's gonna be more money. You know what? I'm chilled. I'm at home. I'm chilling. And that I play it safe. That it is. That's what it is. Because if you want to say let's go have dinner somewhere, I'll go have dinner. But if you're gonna say let's go have dinner, and while we out there, we'll go out chill and do that. No, because I know
It's
that
not
I'm gonna
gonna
want to
happen.
drink, and I don't want to be like that out there. So that's the reason why. So don't make it sound like I get like all sick. I need to be home right now. I'm away from my home. No, that is not the reason why I do that, girl.
Well, I'll video record you the next time you start having that little spaz attack.
I don't have a spaz
and we'll
attack.
go back and view it together on the
All right.
show.
All right, I'm gonna leave it at that because obviously she ain't getting what I'm trying to tell her. She out here making me look like I'm crazy, like I have some type of condition or something.
I can't leave my house.
Okay, okay, girl.
This past
Anyway.
weekend, I feel like it was just full of excitement. Do you feel the same way?
This past weekend,
It was full of excitement.
what did we do? That's the thing I forget.
WrestleMania.
Oh yeah, WrestleMania. Of course. WrestleMania was great.
And you could not sit down. The TV was so loud, I swore you needed hearing aids. And you were standing up. You were getting so close to the TV. You were screaming.
Baby, because
I started
that's the way it
recording
is.
you, and I get all the backlash. Now they're coming after me.
Okay, let me go ahead and say this. Let me go ahead and defend you real quick
Okay,
before you do that.
thanks.
Okay,
Yes, thank you.
guys, understand that when we make videos, we're making you laugh.
Oh, you're talking to the
Okay.
men, or you're talking to the men or women?
or the women,
Okay.
because you guys be like, I cannot believe she controls you. She does not control me. Okay, I'm the man of my house. Okay, I'm the boss. But on the videos,
Can we
I let-
edit this out? Because I'm
Why?
laughing too hard. You got
Why?
me like doing the ugly laugh. Where,
but I want to make sure
cut,
people
cut.
understand. No, but listen. Okay, we have a great relationship. She doesn't control me, guys.
Yeah.
Understand that you are in social media
How many
Okay.
years have you been watching wrestling?
forever,
Forever
since I was a kid.
and a day.
Yes,
Have
I was
I
always.
ever told you one Monday for Monday Night Raw?
You never tell me-
Have I ever said you can't watch that? Why are you watching that?
You tell me that every Monday because you're like you could watch it on the DVR right now. We watching 90 Day Fiance. No, but I do wait. Not because you tell me. I do wait I put it on DVR because I can skip the commercials. But
Oh,
I always know
that's the
she's never
reason.
told me, don't watch it.
Yeah.
And I'm just
Sin embargo,
I'm always gonna love wrestling.
and I used to go with you to the wrestling shows when we were dating.
Yes.
Once we got married, we would
Yes.
make poster
Posters,
size
yeah,
boards.
yeah, we
We
went.
would travel to Charlotte, South Carolina.
North Carolina.
North Carolina. We would go see the shows there. We would go any different place. We recently were at Tampa at the Royal Rumble.
Yes,
And
we had a
that
great
was a
time.
great time.
It was a great
I
time.
mean, we had a blast
Yes,
and got left stranded and walked back to the Airbnb. I never once complained.
you did not. You actually walked like a trooper. We went to
I
the Royal
did.
Rumble, right? And I will never do this again. Listen, Uber is cool until you go to a place that's gonna be that busy. We had to wait. They were like, "Oh yeah, to wait for even a taxi was 2 hours long to wait for a taxi."
A taxi.
I said,
Like,
"No,
who
no,
knew?
no." So we walked because I was like, "Listen, we're gonna go to an Airbnb near the
Yes.
place."
Yes.
We took we took an Uber to the arena, and I said after the arena we'll go get something to eat. Boom,
Yes.
and go and get a Uber back.
I said, let's go real quick while we have the car. Take me out to dinner at 5. We'll come back here and take the Uber.
So this how you gonna do it? So this is what you gonna do now? So this is where we're gonna go. We telling them
I
about that
need
experience.
to
Now you gonna
duck,
throw me
'cause
under the
shots
bus?
Are fired.
You
Yes.
gonna throw me under the bus?
No, I'm just saying what I was suggesting. And then we ended up having our food at what time in the morning?
Yeah, damn. What, 3 in the morning?
3:15 in the morning.
Listen to your wife. Okay? Listen to your wife. So this is what I've learned, okay? And I know this sounds like a cliche. Guys, if you're with a woman for a lot of years, just listen. That's all you need to do. It sounds like a cliche. Everybody says that. This is the fucking truth. Every time she says something,
Yeah.
when it came out of her mouth, it's going to fucking happen. I don't know how. I don't know if it's in the cards. I don't know if you're a psychic or what it is.
Well, I'm not a sidekick. I'm a psychic.
What? Babe, I said psychic. Stop always trying to tell me I said sidekick. I learned from that already. We moved
moved
past that.
on. We moved
yes, that
on.
was like 5 years ago. When I said sidekick one time. Now I say sidekick and she's like, it's not sidekick. I know that. But anyway, I don't know what it is. But every time
Yeah.
she says, why we don't do this? I said, fuck. Okay, let's do it. Because now if I don't do it, it's gonna happen.
Yep.
And then you're gonna be like, I told you so.
So what ended up happening is he's like, you don't worry about it. You'll have plenty of food to eat at the arena.
Yes,
We
I
went
did.
from line to line to line.
Yep.
And I finally just ended up having a chicken gyro. Is that how you say it?
Yes, which was nasty.
Which was awful. And it didn't fill me up. I couldn't eat the bread, obviously. And it was just a way. It was just
You know
a
what?
big
I know
waste,
that
so.
people do think like that, like, oh no, we'll get food when we get there. But understand this: when you're in a place like that,
Yeah, they
you're not
can't
gonna
keep
get
up with the demand.
Correct. So then you're not gonna get the fucking best food ever. You're gonna get food that's gonna be real quick here to go. If it's good or bad, it don't matter.
Yeah.
You gotta eat it because there's nothing else to eat. So I've learned that you gotta really prepare. But so listen to your wife. It's just gonna be a lot quicker. It's
And
gonna be short.
leave
It's gonna
me
be-
alone. I am a supportive wife. Yo no soy tóxica. Pues sí, soy tóxica.
Yeah, you are. I mean, I
No.
just
Sí.
sometimes you could be.
Alguna vez.
Sometimes you could be. Yes. Sometimes you could be.
Sometimes. It depends, right? But the videos that we post, they're all poking fun. And I need you to just laugh and keep
Yeah,
it
just
moving.
listen. Just enjoy the content. Laugh about it.
Yes.
Don't come after my wife. Oh my God! How can you try to control your man? I will never do that to my
No,
man.
the funniest one is that's why I'm single and that's why I don't want no wife. I can never live with somebody
I
like
know,
her.
guys. I know. It's content. It's fun content.
Yes.
And it's like a show.
Like,
okay?
do you really think that me, out of all people, that I would be standing in the room yelling at Brandon? That is the golden child. That is the only child. I don't even go in there and say to him, clean up your room, do this,
You
do
need
that.
to. You need to tell him that.
No, I'm like, he's fine. He's
No,
okay.
you do tell him
he
to clean
could
the
do
room.
he could do no wrong.
Okay, you're lying there. Because you'll be like, that room stink.
You say
Like
that.
straight sweaty balls.
I I say he should have the window closed.
Closed? Open.
No, he always opens the window, and I say he should keep it closed.
Oh, yeah, because he lives there. But that's what I'm saying. It's like I tell him, I said, just clean the room. Like, don't air the room out. Clean the room. And then it'll smell good. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't just, you know what I mean? So anyway, so that's what it is. So, you know. Oh, man.
Funny.
But that was a good trip over there to the Royal Rumble.
Yesterday was an exciting day with the whole eclipse.
You know, it was an exciting day, but this is what I'm going to tell all of you guys that are, what will you call it? What do you call those people that conspiracy theories?
Yes.
Stop with the bullshit about the
What?
world
Am
is
I
because
missing
everybody says because baby, okay, everybody will say like, well, it's not everybody. Conspiracy theories, religious people, it's the end of the world. It's the second coming of Christ. It's don't go outside because of this and
Are
that.
you
And the
seeing that on
government's-
social media? Because I haven't seen any of that.
Yes,
Am I-
you're not on social media like I'm on social media. I'm telling you, people be
Yeah.
talking about this stuff, and I'm like, guys, it's just an event that happens, and it's gonna continue to happen for the next hundreds of thousands
Yes.
of years. Okay?
1945, right? I mean, 1945.
In the next
2045, right? Is the next one?
2040, the next 20 year, 2044. In 20 years.
2045.
So, baby, we're in 2024.
They said on the news 2045.
Okay, they said 20 years. So 20 years from now is 44, from what I understand. Anyway, it's going to happen again. So it's not the second coming. It's not the conspiracy theories and the world is going to end. Armageddon. Can y'all let that go? We've been talking like this for the past 2,000 years. Nothing like that is going to happen. Nothing is going to look like that. I'm a firm believer in that. I'm a firm believer that it's not going to happen the way you think it's going to happen. It's going to happen in a way that you're not going to know it's happening.
Okay.
I listen, one day I would love to talk about all of this stuff on a podcast because I have a real different way of thinking. And I think it's a cool way of thinking, but you know, I do want to share that type of stuff. This is my spiritual side of my sleeve. So I have Buddha, Krishna, and Jesus. And I have this like this for a purpose and a reason of the way I think. And I have to share the way I think with you. And trust me, I've been in church. I was in church all my life. My grandfather's a pastor. My brother's a minister. My mom is a leader of her church, or used to be at one point. She's still in the church a lot and stuff like that. My whole family in Puerto Rico are in church. I was raised in all of that. But I think a little bit different. It's not it's just a little bit different way of thinking. So we'll talk about that another day. But I love talking about that.
I was actually at work during the part of the eclipse. And me and my students all went outside. We shared the sunglasses and were able to see it. And I posted a picture in the link in Instagram where it's the Real Swag family. If you're not part of that behind the scenes link,
Check it
go
out.
ahead and not download it. Just
be part of it on Instagram. It's on Instagram.
Yep, click and join on Instagram so that you can see a lot of the behind the scenes and the extra footage that I drop in there. But I don't drop it in Instagram. I don't put it on Facebook.
Yeah, you just got to
nowhere
go
else.
to the Swag Fam. Go check it out. It's a lot of cool stuff that we post there behind the scenes. Here in Florida, we didn't really get this. I mean, you guys got to see part of the... I didn't have the glasses, so I couldn't see it, but you did have it.
Yep, it was
and
amazing.
You watched it, yeah.
It took my breath away. I was like... this
but you only
is so
saw part
cool.
of it. It was only
yes.
so in 20 years from now, we will be in the totality of it.
Oh,
South of Florida is going to be in the totality of it.
Yeah, some
So that's gonna be a
people
cool experience.
travel to different places. Some people flew in an airplane at that specific time so that they can see it from the airplane. Like, people actually went through great lengths to be able to see the best view of it.
I mean, again, it's a very unique thing to watch.
Yeah.
And I feel like, it's a beautiful thing to see.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why yesterday I really wanted to kind of meditate.
Yeah, we carved out some time of our day
because
with the family. It was us with the kids, and we took some time to set our intentions.
correct. And I just thought that it was a great time to do so. I see, like, I believe in the connection of the universe and the planets and all that stuff. With us humans. So I really wanted to take some time to really like set those good intentions and send those good vibes, as we continue to grow and continue to do these different things that we're about to do now in the near future here. So
Yeah.
it's gonna be great.
And
So I
not
can't
only
wait.
with the universe, but unity between us and the kids, and being on the same page, and setting our feelings and our thoughts and which direction we want things to go.
Yeah, I mean, our kids are growing. Well, our daughter's 24 already, but our son is 16,
Yep.
and he's growing and he's maturing into a young man. And I want to make sure
Sharing
that
his goals with us.
yeah,
And
yeah, yeah. And I want to make sure that he has a good head on his shoulders and that he can make decisions accordingly. That's the parenting part
yeah,
of
that's
our
the goal.
life. That's the goal, is to really teach our kids to know how to make decisions, be responsible
Yep.
citizens, responsible people, him to be a responsible man. And we've been having a lot of different talks, military talk,
Hmm.
because he asked me, Dad, like, what do you think about the military? Because I was in the military. I said, yeah, I would love for you to go to the military. But if if you find something that you're passionate about, you want to go after that, go after that.
Yeah.
We are definitely parents that push our kids into their passion.
And support them in that.
And support
100%.
yeah, support them in that field, because I think it's very important for us to be supportive, because if we are not supportive, somebody else can become the influence, and they become the bigger voice in our kids' life. And I feel like I should be the biggest voice in my kids' life.
Hmm.
So I'm able to talk to them, but I'm able to also listen. And that's part of being a great parent, is to be able to listen to their thoughts, listen to what they're feeling, and understanding them, because you have to respect their feelings as well, and be able to, for them to be heard, and that you're listening intently and you're really caring about what the emotions and stuff like that. So I think that's a very responsible thing to do as parents, so then our kids can feel that they're being heard.
Yeah,
You
makes
know?
sense.
So,
Hmm.
wow, this kind of turned into the TED Talk. I feel like
Not a
I
TED
feel like I'm in a
Talk.
TED Talk right now.
I like TED Talks.
Yeah, and I
Um,
haven't watched one of those in a long time.
in a long time. But I know this weekend it's exciting to know that our kids are finally going to do the scuba diving course. Well, not the course, but the class.
Finally, they are gonna go do that. Because
Finally.
they were supposed to do it a few months ago, and then we
Like,
kept
when was that
rescheduling
supposed to
it.
start?
Oh my god, no! I think it was like
November,
a year.
October?
No, it was like a year
Oh,
ago.
okay.
Yeah, we kept like pushing it back because like we're just so busy. Like, we can't do it this weekend because we got this coming up. Next weekend we got this coming up. Next weekend we got
Yes.
the week after that we got
Well, I
something coming
kept
up.
hearing you on the phone. I'm like, wait, does he remember the scuba diving? Does he remember? Because it's a 2 weekend thing.
Correct.
This weekend is the intro and the lessons. Next weekend is
is when we travel.
when you
that they
have
got-
to travel
They gotta
for
go.
the
So look,
certification.
this is some bullshit. So they go. They have to. We have to drive 4 hours away, almost 4 hours away, so they can get in the water and use the tanks. I'm like, why can't you just take them to a pool somewhere?
Yeah, why
where
can't we go to Fort Myers Beach?
Yeah, we're right here by the water. Like, where we have to go? We have to drive 4 hours up there. And I'm like, come on. But anyway, I guess there's a reason why.
Yeah.
I don't know, but there must be a reason why. So we got a little Airbnb and we're going up there. So
A
I cannot
little
wait to go check it
Airbnb.
out.
I'm holding my breath because
What?
the looks of these Airbnbs in this area look.
No. This time I got us a real nice one. Last time I waited too close to get the Airbnb, because I'm guessing because they do these trips over there,
Yeah.
people
They get
go
snatched
they
up
get
real
snatched
quick.
up. So I was looking at one that I really liked, and I was waiting, and then all of a sudden somebody grabbed it, and then I was gonna go I was gonna stay in some grandmother's house. I was like, nah, I ain't
For
doing
real?
that. So we changed it, and now we are gonna be in a nice
Okay.
spot. So I can't wait.
I'll go by what you say and I will trust you, but I'm going to still bring my frisa y mi almohada.
I don't care
The
what you bring.
blanket
Just
and
all
the
I want you to
pillow
do
is
is
coming with me.
I don't want to hear you. Oh my god, I don't like it. Shh. You go with the flow. You grow with the flow. Let's stick together and have a
Babe.
good time.
If you want me to become, send the link to the group chat on the family that we have here going on, the text messaging, and then I'll be good to go.
So you could look at the Airbnb. It doesn't matter. I already paid for it.
I
We're
was
gonna
gonna say.
go. Doesn't matter what you say. Like, I don't really. We don't have a pool in there. I don't care. There's nothing. There's
I
none
know.
of that.
I was like, hey, at least did you get me a pool? I'll bring a favorite book.
Yeah, there's a
crossword
pool.
puzzle.
There's a pool there. I told you about it.
What?
Pool table. That's the. I got the one with the pool table, fellas.
Why
you know
do
what
we
I'm talking
keep
about?
you in charge of picking these Airbnbs out?
Because you can't.
God damn.
Man, man, this is crazy, man. You is wild, girl. I'm telling you right now. But listen, make sure you go check us out on our Instagram. Make sure you go check us out on TikTok, on YouTube, Swag Moldovars. We're always creating some fun content for you guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. I don't know how long we have been doing this already.
Add
What?
us onto Snapchat.
Yes,
So
we have a Snapchat.
I added Snapchat to our social media accounts, and I post on there a lot of funny things, especially about you.
Because she loved them damn filters.
Yeah.
This girl
So
right here.
go ahead and check it out. The best compliment you could give us: share the content, comment, like, subscribe to YouTube. I don't know.
Do all of that. There's more to come from the Swag Moldovers. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Uh-huh.
We appreciate you. We love you guys. Mean the world to us, and we do this for you guys. So make sure you share it. All right. We thank you so much. Don't forget to check out our sponsors. We have Alpha Medicine and Rehab. So if you get into a car accident, make sure you check them out.
They'll take good care of you.
Yes, and all that information is on the link in our bio. If you need a sign for your business, for your podcast, boom, afcultures.home sign on the Instagram. And if you want a great pool, don't just dream about it. Get one with Miramar Pools. You can get one in 30 days. Ain't that some shit? You get one in 30 days.
30 days.
Somebody said there's no way they could make it in 30 days. Yes, they can. They've done it. Okay?
They're doing
they kind of put you in like on the top of the list so they can get the
Oh,
inspections.
they
and
bring out
everything
the
done.
whole elite group to do it.
Boom, 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 and they knock it out. And they're doing ours, so we cannot wait to go ahead and I cannot wait for it to be done and for us to do a podcast outside
Yes.
with the pool behind
poolside.
us. That shit is gonna look fire.
Yes.
So thanks so much. We check you out on the next one.
Ooh,
Swag
ooh,
Moldovas in the building, and we out.
Bye.
Peace.